Hello, my name is Tridib Basak. I'm a BTech second year student from GGSRP New Delhi. Today we are going to discuss the question series of Chapter 5 of Political Science, Class 9 Social Studies. The name of the chapter is Working of Institutions. So let's begin with the important questions. So the first question is, name the three organs of government. So the three organs of government are executive, legislative and judiciary. The second question is, who is the head of the state and the head of the government? So the president is the head of the state and prime minister is the head of the government. The third question is, what is a parliament? Name the two houses of parliament. So parliament is basically the supreme lawmaking body of India. Okay, so all the decisions are taken under the parliament's guidance by the ministers and the cabinet secretaries. Name the two houses of parliament. The two houses of parliament are Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. What are institutions? So the answer to this question is the arrangements which are made in modern democracies to run the government are known as institutions. Question fifth is, name any three institutions responsible to run the democratic government in India. So the answer is the Prime Minister and the Cabinet, second the civil servant, and third the Supreme Court, that is the judiciary. So three institutions are Prime Minister, Civil Services Servant, and the Judiciary, that is the Supreme Court. The sixth question, let's go to the sixth question. The sixth question is, name the institution where disputes between citizens and the governments are finally settled. So the name of the institution is the Supreme Court, or we can say the Judiciary. So the Judiciary is the ultimate step in which the dispute between citizens and the government are finally settled. The sixth, seventh question is, why democratic governments insist on institutions? Give any two reasons. So basically, democratic government insist on institutions for fair running of the nation under constitutional laws and by following the laws of a democratic nation. So the two reasons are institutions involve rules and regulations, okay, obviously for maintaining discipline, and institutions bind the hands of rulers as these involve meetings, committees, and meetings. Institutions make sure, in short, the second point states that institutions make sure that there is fair use of power and not injustice or indiscrimination by the ruling party who has the power in hand. The eighth question asks, define executive. So as we discussed that the three levels of government, prime minister level, that is executive level. So executive level basically is the functionaries that are collectively ruled by the people, not by the people actually, by the supreme power existing by the ministers, or we can say the prime ministers at different levels. Is all together these functionaries are known as executive. So let's read this once again. At different levels of any government, we find functionaries who take decisions. So at different levels means prime minister, then under him the cabinet ministers, then the ministers, normal ministers, the prime minister, etc. The level is known as collection of the level as a whole is known as executive. The question 9 asks is, which house has more power regarding the money bill? Explain. So money bill is a kind of bill, and the question asks that which house out of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha has more power. So the answer to this question is, when Lok Sabha exercises more powers in military matters, once the Lok Sabha passes the budget of any other money related law, the Rajya Sabha cannot reject it, but they have a choice of delaying it with 14 days. They can only suggest changes but cannot deny the decision once taken by the Lok Sabha. As we discussed that Lok Sabha has majority of members as compared to Rajya Sabha. Okay, so the next question, the question number 10 is, explain no confidence motion. So the answer to this question is, only a person who enjoys the support of the majority of members of Lok Sabha is appointed as the Prime Minister. Okay, so if a no confidence movement is conducted in the Lok Sabha and passed, then the government has to resign. So basically, no confidence motion means that that we all have discussed in the chapter that for electing a prime minister, the majority of members of Lok Sabha must have a united decision of choosing a single person as a prime minister. So in case there is a conflict in the decision making and there are differences in thoughts, then this is known as no confidence motion, when no one is sure of whom to elect as the prime minister. In that case, the government has to resign. So the 11th question is, with reference to the Rajya Sabha, answer the following question. Okay, so keep in mind we are discussing about Rajya Sabha here. So The two questions are, what is power relating to money bill and can it pass a non-confidence motion? So the first question is, money bill can only be originated by Lok Sabha. Okay, so we are asking about Rajya Sabha, so they have no right of rejecting it, and the only thing they can do is amend for changes, request for changes to the Lok Sabha and delay it for 14 days. That's the power of Rajya Sabha. So the second question is, can it pass a no confidence motion? No, the Rajya Sabha cannot pass the no confidence motion because it is the supreme power of Lok Sabha. Next question is similar to the previous question, like define executive. So we have already defined it. Since this is repetitive question, we have discussed it twice. Let me read it out again. So in short, the executive is basically the different levels of government who take day-to-day decisions. Altogether, the layer of prime minister, ministers, and cabinet ministers, executives, defense officials, etc., are known as executive. The next question is, what is the tenure of prime minister? The prime minister, the answer to this question is, the prime minister does not have a fixed tenure. Normally, a prime minister is elected for 5 years, but if the party gain majority of support and remains in power, then the same person can become prime minister again. Question 14 is, who are cabinet ministers? So the cabinet ministers are basically the top level leaders of a ruling party or parties in coalition who are in charge of the major ministries like defense ministry, railway ministry, foreign affairs, etc. Normally, all the major decisions are taken by this minister. So the ministers who have the majority of power after prime minister are known as cabinet ministers. That's all for the first part of questions. In the next part, we will discuss some long type answer questions and board questions. Thank you.